Welcome back to another exciting episode of Full Circle. I'm your host with the most, Oda Harmon Jr. Please find me at Oda Harmon Jr. on all your favorite social media.
And I'm Fradette. You can find me at ToonVelo. So, we've got an exciting episode for you today. We'll be kicking off our month of Halloween in October. So, I love fall, as y'all might remember from episode 1, 2. Remember you said it was God of War. What kind of God would you want?
Oh yeah, you'd be the God of Fall. Man, that's a real throwback to the very first episode. We didn't even have a name for the show yet.
Exactly.
Which we figured out during it's a fun episode. Go watch episode 1.
Right. So we'll be talking about the new app from Nintendo, Mario Kart Tour.
Yay, it's fun. We'll have our thoughts. We'll be bringing up our first spooky topic for the month of Halloween. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween or Christmas movie?
No.
Jared already has his hot take. More on that later.
Yes. But first and foremost, at the top of the hour, something that you might personally find horrifying is the Boston Dynamic robot Spot is now available for sale, right? You've seen videos of it all across the internet, opening doors, acting autonomously, no strings attached. Very, very Ultron, right? They ain't no strings on me. Moving around. So it is now going to be available for commercial use. Now you might ask yourself, so where can I buy one of these? Well, okay, not that commercial. So there's a form on the website, and you pretty much have to be a company, like a construction company or somebody big, and they'll start working with you on what you want. Because these still aren't it's not Alexa level. You can't just call out, Spot, fetch me clothes, fetch me musket. You still have to do some programming, but...
what dog does, though?
Poodles.
They'll fetch you a musket.
Yes.
Okay.
If you teach them beforehand what a musket is.
All right, fair enough.
And of course the name Spot, because anywho. But the CEO of the company says that you can learn to program it, quote, within 15 seconds, and it is still available to be maneuvered around with basically a game controller-like controller. But it's a pretty exciting thing. You can, if you do want to somehow pony up and ask them to fill out the form to buy it from them, it's the price of a small luxury car, which is the best pricing I can figure out. Again, they're going to build it for you, so depending on what you want out of it.
So we're talking about 15 to 20,000?
I was thinking, maybe 15 to 30,000. Okay. Well, luxury car, no, that'd be 45,000.
Oh, you said luxury, so we're talking about 30 to 40. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which isn't too bad. So the robot, as you've probably seen from the videos, it's fairly autonomous. It's self-balancing. It's self-righting. It has a ton of sensors to map out things. It can navigate stairs and rubble and all this other stuff. You might not know it's dust and rain resistant. So, you can throw it in the desert or out in a tsunami, but don't throw it underwater just yet. It's not waterproof, right? It's like your watch, good for 15 meters. And
well, I always wonder, what's the difference between water resistance and waterproof? Water resistance mean in the rain you're good, but in an actual pool of water you're bad?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty much it. Just how strong is the barrier before the water gets inside and destroys everything?
Real quick, the wording of that, a dog is now available for commercial use, bothers me. Because, at that point, I'm like, why are we even dressing up as a dog? It's like a butler robot that can just do things.
Because of the uncanny valley, right? The closer something appears to human, the creepier we find it.
So why can't it just be, just a small robot? Why I gotta be in the shape of a dog?
It's not really a dog. It's a glorified table.
Hey, I'll give you that. Also, robots that are self-balancing that can move upstairs, it bothers me that they have, the L-shaped feet things, and I'm just I get, that's probably needed for robotic reasons, but I'm just why can't it just have a foot?
Well, Spot basically has... Why don't robots have feet? That's a great topic. Feet are pretty complicated. Not as complicated as hands, right? Look at all these little micro movements that have to occur. But feet are still pretty complicated as they have they still have their own hinges and balances.
This is true, but it's always the L-shaped thing. I'm
because they're easy, they're bouncy. Well, I mean, because Spot itself doesn't really have the L-shaped
I guess
Blade
that's
Runner.
a J. I guess it's more of a J.
Yeah, but right, the like the Olympian who killed his wife. I mean,
Oh,
acquitted. I actually don't remember how that court case ended, right? With the Blade Runner.
oh man, Jared, we just yeah.
Halloween. Right, he had the L-shaped feet too, but no, right. Spot actually has closer to little hoof-looking things. So it's still the basic concept. It's springy, but it's looped together so it can like.
I mean, I just want him to do a backflip. That's all I want him to do.
I don't know if there's a video of them doing that.
I don't know. The little ones like I bought from the store do backflips.
Fair
so
enough.
if I spend $40,000, he better do
a. Other specs you might be wondering about. It can run for 90 minutes on its own via battery, and has exchangeable batteries. So you don't have to it's not like your Tesla where you have to cable it to something. You can just pop it out and pop it right back in.
So at first when I saw this story, I thought it was like just a robot dog you can have and do things with.
No, it's
but not,
4 things.
Okay, so now it's like it's for actual, like say, commercial use. It's meant to do work.
Exactly.
It's meant to get some people fired because they're not obsolete.
Well, okay. Think about it more like search and rescue, doing enabling small companies to be able to do things that they couldn't normally do. Elder assistance as well, right? Because it doesn't lift a terribly large amount. It can only lift 14 kilograms, which is 30 pounds.
You know those Life Alert commercials now? It's going to be like Spot. Instead of it's going to be like, help, I fall, I can't get up. It's gonna be...
What is it, Spot? Granny's falling in and it can't get up?
No,
take me to her, boy. Take me.
No, he's just gonna pick her up and then put her on his back table thing that you so badly called him out for. To take her to.
No, that's what I'm saying. He can only lift 14 kilograms. That is.
How much is that?
30 pounds.
Okay.
That's So you could give it a couple cinder blocks to take with you, bring drinks to and from you. It's not.
Okay, the more I learn about this, it just seems like it's like, oh, I can send Spot to go get this drink, or I can just go walk to the table.
It's more like, well, again, if you can't do it, or again, search and rescue, I need this cable taken into, or this rope taken into the rubble area, and then we can tie them and bring them back.
Spot's value has just decreased significantly in my mind.
Well, that's also part of why it's not a full release yet, but it is commercial use. The company still wants to work with new contractors to try and figure out exactly what applications people can imagine them for, if that makes sense, right?
So they want people to spend $40,000 to be beta testers.
That's basically what all company models are now.
Yeah, fair.
All iPhone blank S's. That's the real model. The iPhone 11, right? You just bought yourself a fancy new beta model. In about 6 months, when they release the iPhone 11s, that will be the actual product.
Huh. What fools and tools we have become.
Every single time you pre-purchase a game, you're just funding the development of the game.
This is why I'm happy I'm broke and I can't support you greedy bastards.
But it's a robot. It's a little dog. You can do basically anything a dog can imagine. You can imagine a dog to do.
No, I feel like my dog could do more.
Open doors?
Yes, you can. If you can train a pool,
open a locked door.
You could swim.
You got me there. Looking at you, Boston Dynamic.
Ooh, that's like one of those fun board meetings where it's like it can do anything a dog can, and then everyone's just like, and then everyone can it swim, and then everyone's just like.
Moving on.
Moving on for us as well. So, this is Halloween. Welcome to the season of pumpkin spice lattes. Jared likes pumpkin spice. Everyone shame him. Shame him in the comments. Fall scented candles. Supposedly everyone's favorite holiday, Halloween. I swear every year there's new people talking about Halloween's always been my favorite holiday. I'm like, has it? There's just the cool thing to just love Halloween and everything's spooky. Whatever. I'm not going to take away everyone's favorite holiday.
What's your costume going to be this year, Odell?
I don't know, something basic. Probably like Slutty Bee or Slutty Teacher.
Actually, funny. I thought about being sexy nurse, where I dress up in regular disgusting scrubs and then I put the sexy nurse costume on top of that.
How's that work?
You wear scrubs like a nurse normally would, and then you just put like the sexy part on top of that.
Oh, so it's like instead of like your naked body, it's scrubs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like an actual nurse would be.
Sexy
nurse is not OSHA approved. Too much spare skin. Her hair isn't tied back.
That's clever.
Safety glasses.
That's clever. You know, honestly, I've been thinking about rehashing one of my old cosplays, either the Ice King, probably just Spider-Man, because it's the best. Get the right shorts, get the white belt.
A little less makeup involved with Spidey.
Yeah.
But speaking of people dressing up as things they aren't, the citizens of Nightmare Town.
Is it Nightmare Town?
I actually don't know.
Isn't
the
it
name
just
of the
Halloween
city.
Town?
Halloween Town. Wow. Nope.
Yeah, I'm like,
there we go. As you might recall, on previous episodes, we've both confessed we aren't huge fans of the movie, but we have nonetheless watched it. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone has at this point.
Because, okay, so this gets me to my first point of why it's a Halloween movie.
Okay.
You have the people of Halloween Town, who are the main focus of the film, dressing up in costumes. Is that not the main essence of Halloween?
You know, the movie is called Nightmare Before Christmas, so the movie actually takes place during the Christmas season.
No, it takes place before Christmas.
Yes, like
Thank you. Point 2.
No, okay. Okay. It is after October 31st. Halloween has passed in the movie. So we're now before Christmas. We're in between Halloween and Christmas, which by definition means Halloween is over and Christmas is on its way.
That does not mean it is Christmas yet, though, sir. I hear a great pitch for a Thanksgiving-themed movie.
But Thanksgiving is a horrible holiday.
Is it?
I mean, in essence of what really happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
the main focus is like trying to make things Christmassy. You know, Santa Claus is in it.
I don't think it's trying to make. They're not trying to make things Christmassy. They're just trying to do Christmas, right? It's basically just cultural appropriation. Oh, I mean, we can do this better than you. We'll just do it ourselves.
Cultural appropriation of Christmas. And Christmas is in the title.
I would say which makes sense in the movie because it's an actual literal culture.
I mean, it's because, let me put it like this. I always see Nightmare Before Christmas during Christmas time and never Halloween time.
No, I see it on both Disney's 13 Nights of Halloween and their 31 Days of Christmas. 25 Days of Christmas.
And another reason...
It's like the Harry Potter films.
Yeah, that's true. Another reason I feel it's very a Christmas movie, I don't know, the songs... Like, you don't have songs and jingles in Halloween movies. Halloween movies are never like...
I did the mash. I did the monster mash. I did the mash.
First of all, that wasn't in the movie. That was literally just a song.
Those are movies. I did a one horn, one eye flying purple people eater. One horn, one eye flying purple people eater.
Wait, what movie is that?
From the Purple People Eater movie.
Oh.
I don't know. I think it's just.
It sounds old timey.
I'm trying to. Are there Halloween carols?
Exactly.
No, this is Halloween. It's literally a Halloween song.
Yes, and a Christmas movie. That's why they're singing. To tie it into the other part of the movie.
I know they're Halloween songs. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
All right. Think of Halloween musicals. Go right now.
Think of Christmas musicals. Go.
Carol of the Bells.
It's not a musical.
I don't know.
Oh, I know one in my head. I'm just not telling you.
Ah, crap. Wait, Miracle on 34th Street?
It's a movie with no music.
I know there's crap. Home Alone.
Again, not a musical. I at least managed to sing some Halloween songs.
There's plenty of Christmas songs.
Fair enough. Now I'm still trying to think about what was in my mind. I'm imagining like the episodes like Bob's Burgers where they have Halloween songs.
Wait, is Halloween Town just the name of that town from the Disney Channel movie Halloween Town?
Maybe that's just it's just that canonical forward reach.
Point is, do they sing and dance in more Christmas movies or Halloween movies?
I mean,
all of the other reindeer is a Christmas musical.
I mean, there simply are more Christmas movies, so that's not particularly fair.
And Off the Other Reindeer is one of the best Christmas movie ever, and for some reason, CBS, NBC, ABC has shunned it and never shown it again,
And yet
even though it is amazing.
And yet keep playing Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
I hate that.
It's terrible. Like, I don't just hate the song, I hate the movie.
Like, the whole movie is like, we don't believe in Santa. You know what? It's very true to America. We don't believe in Santa. Oh, now that we all proven Santa is real, let's sue him.
Yep.
And end Christmas. Either way, let's end Christmas. Either commercially, because we're taking it over, Santa.
So back to Nightmare Before Christmas. Speaking of imprisoning Santa, I don't know, like, it comes back to my mind again that it takes place in Halloween Town. By and large, it's the citizens of Halloween Town. They make everything a Halloween spin to it.
Halloween movies don't have morals.
Technically, this doesn't really have a moral either.
Yes, it does. It's be true to who you are, and it's okay. Just do you.
No, like, okay,
and
so
your
Jack murders Oogie Boogie, and this is sanctified by Santa himself.
Oogie Boogie 1 was like a bag of bugs. He just opened the bag, and the bugs escaped.
Is that not murdering?
No,
good?
he rescued the bugs because the bugs are still alive. Oogie Boogie to die.
Let this be a lesson to you kids, a Halloween lesson. No, this is like that comic, I forget what it is, where it's basically, it's not Jack Skellington, but it's like Death dressed up as Santa Claus, and like, excuse me sir, why did you give her a sword for Christmas? It's like, to help her learn an important lesson. What if she cuts herself? That would be an important lesson. It's like anti-morals.
I don't know. I mean, Oogie Boogie was like an embodiment of like badness.
So you're saying these bugs are bad?
No, the bugs are just like the means to give him form.
Yeah.
The bugs weren't killed though. The bugs are still alive.
Yeah, but like, is Garnet alive when Ruby and Sapphire are not together? Your main woman Opal, whose largest speaking role is in a Dove commercial.
They gave more scene in the series.
Yes, I'm like, oh, so she's kind of forgetful.
Yeah,
neat.
I mean, is any fusion of anything from any across all cartoons and anime alive when they're not fused?
Are we alive when you're not in the room? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more like Marvel Snap. It's not that they're dead, but they're definitely not alive.
This turned less into a debate and more into like a philosophical journey of life. This is what this movie does. See, this is why you can't have two holidays in one movie and debate which one is more important.
Worlds collide.
They have
Okay. Let's reevaluate the topic. Okay, so I feel the movie is more appropriate to watch at Halloween because it is in fact spooky. I'm using finger quotes here because I don't find it personally spooky.
I mean, that is a valid point. I feel the movie is more appropriate to watch during Christmas because it's just fun. Like it gives like it has the whole we're decorating. It's the season. It's the what is this? I mean, it has Santa. I mean, Halloween doesn't have like any certifiable mascot.
The Thanksgiving Day parade. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. The Thanksgiving Day parade has Santa too. Lots of things have Santa.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, I'm just gonna say it has Christmas in the title, and it doesn't have Halloween in the title. What more do you need than that? If someone never seen the movie and they said The Nightmare Before Christmas is a what movie?
I don't know. I mean, they would probably say a Christmas movie, one of those terrible Hallmark Christmas movies where like it all goes wrong. Like cousin Jane is late and little brother Bobby burnt the souffle.
But then on Christmas morning,
we all realized came together.
We all realized the important thing was family and spending time together. they're singing without their bags and pipes and biscuits and brags.
Okay, I'm still sold that it's Halloween episode. I say we let the viewers comment below what they think.
You're right. It was a Halloween episode in a Christmas movie. Could you say that?
I realized my mistake all too late and concede this point.
You know what was not a mistake, but I guess maybe is? Man, I'm bad at these segues. Mario Kart Tour on phones. Like,
coming to your pocket.
I was like iOS, Google Play, and just phones. It's on phones
and tablets.
If you know, if you're at this point, if your phone can't download major apps, I'm like, what do you have? Like the Nexus 1, 2, 3 from like Boost Mobile, Cricket Emporium.
I had the Nexus. It's a Google.
I know. I thought you had the.
It was Nexus like 1 through like 2.
I thought you had just the Google phone.
Yeah, it's the Google.
Oh.
It's like Nexus 1 through like, and then 5 was the last.
No, I thought you had the Pixel.
Yeah, they're called the Pixel now. But before then, they were called the Nexus. And then it had a tablet that was like 6, and then we just kind of dropped that line and went to the Pixels.
No, but you know those phones, when you see those Cricket or Boost Mobile, not downing anyone who has those lines, but it's always like, oh, sign up and get the free like Emporium Wonder, like a phone you just never heard of, brand, or... And I'm just like, if your phone can't download an app nowadays, I'm like, what do you have?
A book.
Sure. Anyway, Mario Kart Tour is out on phones, and first and foremost, I'm amazed that it works. It looks good. It looks like a step down from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch.
That's not bad.
Yeah, for a phone, it looks wonderful. It looked way better than I thought. The controls take a while to get used to, but they work.
So how do the controls work? Because I have not played the game.
All right, so on your phone, so you swipe up and down to like use items. You know, swipe up to shoot it forward, swipe down to shoot it backwards. Mm-hmm. And then where it works is, so your car has slight auto steering.
Okay.
So you move left and right to turn left and right, and then when you hold it, you know, the car starts to drift.
Okay.
And you let go.
That's a pretty important feature of Mario Kart.
Yeah, and so you can tweak it, like you can turn down the auto steering so you have more control of your car. So, for example, if you're trying to take a shortcut, mm-hmm. the auto steering will usually always try to keep you on track. So if you're trying to veer off, it'll kind of fight you on it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really impossible to fall off a track unless you're, like, hit by an item or unless you're just really just...
Okay, Rainbow Road right now. I swear I'll win this time.
And then so I turned off it'll auto use an item if you hit another item box. So I turn off like auto use of items. I decrease
Can you hold the item like?
Yeah, you can hold it.
Like you deploy it and hold it and then.
So whenever you get out, it automatically deploys behind you.
Oh. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like if you have the shell and you can deploy holding it, but not launch it.
Yeah.
And you can get another item.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't do that.
So the items are locked, but like certain characters can get more items on certain courses. So, like, you can get up to 3 items at a time if you have the right character. There's, like, little bonuses, you know, like, if you're playing Yoshi's Valley and you have Yoshi, like, he has little...
Makes sense.
Bonuses. So, it controls way better than I thought. Mm-hmm. The courses are taken from Mario Kart history, from, like, any...
Wait, which game is that?
What? Mario Kart... Oh!
Mario Kart history.
You know, that might not be a bad game. Bad Nintendo, we're just giving you gems. So it's taken from NES all the way up until I've seen 3DS levels. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen any from 8. But usually what it does is, so it has its own unique levels. Mm-hmm. And then it spins off, so it'll have like a basic version and a T version. And I think I've seen an R version. Whereas like the level you already played, but there's a twist similar to how like the newer Mario Kart games, if you play like a SNES course, it's been remade for...
So what's a T and what's an R version?
I don't know what they stand for. It just means it's a different version, like
twist and reverse.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Ooh, I'll go T for it's not forever twisting my mind. So it's cool. It works, which is amazing. So it's weird. So you race against bots based off of real people.
Okay, right, because multiplayer is still not a thing.
Yeah, and I think it's weird. So like I'll enter a race and be like, you know, a Japanese name, an English name, maybe a name from another foreign country I can tell because, you know, it has like the 2 dots. Mm-hmm. but they're all bots. But they're based off, I guess, the stats or how good.
Wouldn't it just be ghost data then? Upload it?
Yeah, I guess it's just ghost data. I'm not sure if it is like this thing. I'm not sure if it's ghost data from when they did the course because
given that if you hit it with an item, that's obviously not what happened in that specifically.
There's so many other factors going on. So I'm assuming it's bots based off the person, or they're literally just taking the character and name and then just assigning a bot to it, and then whatever happens. So that's kind of disappointing, like, because everyone was getting first, and it was like, why? No, this isn't right.
Well, we are getting multiplayer coming to it, but it will, of course, be paid.
Will it be paid?
Paid for play.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
So that's probably, Mario Kart Tour biggest side against it is it costs more than Switch Online if you're paying.
In that case, I'd rather just play Mario Kart 8 online.
Yeah.
So here's my concern overall for Mario Kart Tour. As I said, I haven't downloaded or played it. Like so many other Nintendo apps, is this one too going to fail when people get bored of it?
So I've kind of got bored of it already just because a lot of tracks. So every cup, I've probably raced the same track over like 100 times. Hyperbole, by the way. But a lot of the cups are comprised of a course you've already played 3 or 4 times in a previous cup. Sometimes it's one of the T versions, but it's still just the same cup. And one could argue like, well, isn't that like all Mario Kart games? Like, but yeah, these cups are like, first of all, every race is only 2 laps. Makes sense. It's a mobile game. Gotta go over quick. But it feels so short that it was just like, and the thing is to rack up points. So you want to like, let's say I unlock Yoshi, so now I can go back and play the Yoshi course with Yoshi with the right items to up my multiplier to get more points, because ultimately the game is more about getting as more points as possible than getting first. For example, I can get more points by coming in second and third on a race if I use the right character cart combination and hit people with items, get glide bonuses, don't get hit, etc. Granted, coming in first nets you the most points you can get for position, but there's other factors that go into your point total, like multipliers and stuff. So I completed a cup before, got all the grand stars I can get, and then come in first in all the cups because it's point based. So I think that's a little weird. And again, so there's a monthly membership that's like $9 or something.
That's pretty steep.
Yeah, it's like $9.
Considering we've all been conditioned as a society now for apps equals microtransactions.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's plenty of microtransactions. So you have the month thing, and you have also the microtransactions. So let's just say if I went into Mario Kart Tour now and wanted to spend money, like I want to get the gold pass, that's what it's called, and microtransactions, people made this point, you can easily spend money in that game in a week's worth of time that would equal like a full-fledged game.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have the option to play for free. But it's just a weird money structure.
Like Pokemon Go. I've never, ever spent money in Pokemon Go.
I'm not going to lie. I probably spent like $10 to $20. There's been times where I needed to catch stuff and I had no Pokeballs. And it was just a crunch time decision.
And this was a pre-Gifts from Friends era.
Okay, yeah. This was pre-Gifts from Friends era. Now it's like, oh, I'm out of stuff.
Open these presents that I've been hoarding for the past 2 months.
So Mario Kart Tour, I would say, is a fun mobile game, fun Mario Kart game. It's better than what I expected, so I'll give it that. Fueled by a lot of microtransactions, filled with a monthly subscription, and there's some stuff locked behind the monthly subscription. So I'm not really sure where they're going with this model, but I mean, it's turned a lot of people off. I think the game's cool and fun for what it's worth. I don't think it'll have the staying power. I think January will come and no one's playing it, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm already not playing it.
Damn, Jared, you're part of the problem.
Or the solution?
Cup half full.
Tell Nintendo what we do not like for games. For Full Circle Podcast, I am Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toon Velo.
And I'm Harmon Jr. You can find me at Harmon Jr. Until next time, have a great week. Stay spooky.